Hello and welcome, everybody. It is 7 o'clock on a Tuesday night, and we are about to jump straight into our sort of Untold Chronicles masked actual play game. I hope everybody's okay tonight. I've just gone across to there, and the technology seems to be working, which is really, really good. Hello, Miss Blackthorn. Thanks for joining us right from the very beginning. I've got a few hellos and thank yous to say before we get started. But just as a reminder, this is a double bill tonight. Not only have we got Masked, but we've also got the very first of our Untold Chronicles mega campaign, where we're going to start off with a session one of the smoke, and then we're going to move through several different settings over the next fortnight in an ongoing multi-campaign madness. Right, enough of that though. First of all, let us say some thank yous. I want to say thanks to our mods, which we've got Finley, Stuart, Elsa and James now. Our artist who did the smoke map, which I shall bring up there. Look at that, that is gorgeous. And also James as well, who's done all the infographics as well. There's an extra quick thank you that I want to do as well, which involves this campaign, but also involves the rest of the Untold Chronicle campaigns, which is to Hero Forge, who we have contacted, and they've gave us permission to use their images in these actual plays. Many of the character images are designed using Hero Forge, a wonderful way to create your own custom miniatures and get them 3D printed. You can visit Hero Forge at www.heroforge.com. Please note that anything mentioned on the stream may not represent the view or beliefs of Hero Forge, a Cayxl Studios LLC product. But yeah, go check them out. They are amazing. They're not sponsoring us, but they have been really, really great, allowing us to use their images, and their images are wonderful, as I'm sure you can tell. So straight into the campaign, really. Straight into the campaign. Our wonderful characters, Clay Ironheart, Baccan, Cayxl Cooper, and it's Talita, isn't it? Talita. Talita, that's what it is. I've just remembered. And Talita, it's your fault. And Talita
My name was going to be the hardest.
They have unfortunately been cursed, waking up having visited the Carnival of Dread, having visited a fortune teller. They found themselves independently arriving to try and have words with said fortune teller, only finding that she has vanished. They then were drawn into an ambush, which they defeated by some not very nice people called the Order of the Flame. Moving on from there, they were given shelter by the Ratters Guild, who led them and introduced them to a John Doe, a fictor of the smoke, that said that in exchange for a small amount of employment, he would look into their problems for them. The employment that they were put upon is a strange disease is killing people slickside. Redberry blight, as it's been called, is foul and dangerous. Through their investigations, they found their way on the shore of the Slick, where they got attacked by some slick, betentacled creature. They waved as the dredgers went by, and they found themselves at a sewer entrance, from which emanated a dull red glow. Moving further into the darkness, they encountered a progressive number of various different stages of gestation of this creature that seemed to be spreading this red berry blight. And this is where we meet them now. You can, of course, watch sessions 0 and episodes 1 and 2 to catch up with that in detail. But I'm just going to call up the sewer map now, and I'm going to share this, try and share this if my Fantasy Grounds is working. That is that, and then share the sewer map again with our players. I forget that everybody who's watching can see, but our players can't. So this is the sewers that you found yourself in. You entered from this area here. You made your way around. You got attacked by some flying creatures. And then you found some chrysalids where you are now that burst with a strange clawed creatures, fangs and teeth everywhere. You managed to dispatch those, and you have taken a shortish rest. The question is we'll start the scene with you just finishing that rest and deciding what and where you want to go next. So over to you, players. Over to you.
I'm just watching the graffiti.
What graffiti? Don't call the cops.
What have you done now? Have you been drawing on the walls again?
Look, nobody is going to notice anything down here, are they?
Well,
Speaking
walls
of
are
which,
pretty
no
terrible.
one will notice us if the tide comes in and we're stuck down here. Do we have anything else we need to do before we go and wash this, whatever it is, off us?
well, I don't think we've found what we were looking for yet, have we?
No.
Yeah, wanted
Still
some
some signs.
glowing thing.
I think we took care of that glowing thing. Those bugs certainly went splat.
No, I
Say.
think there's more.
Well, let's have a quick looky loo around then, and then like I said, then we can get out of here, can't we?
All right.
Start making-
Quick, Shufty.
Right. Can you, as you get to the crossroads, can you give me a perception
Okay.
roll or investigation, your choice of what you want to do? I believe, Cayxl, you've got your light spell up. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's blue, remember?
how could I forget?
Oh, look at that.
So it's bright light there, then dim light for another sort of 40 feet. What I need to do is actually see the dice rolls that you are making now. We're going to
Don't
close.
bother looking at mine. It's
Okay.
embarrassing.
Well, I mean, this is interesting. We're not using my homebrew rules for this campaign, but tonight we will be, and it does make a big difference. But Baccan and Clay, you both can hear something. It's kind of strange, really, something that you perhaps didn't notice before. It might have been because of the chrysalids. It might be the fact that everything you've rested for an hour in the quiet. There is obviously two ways to go, but you can hear a strange noise coming from this direction here. It's a combination of sort of low growls, whimpers, and snuffling.
You
Do we?
you guys hear that?
Yeah, it sounds
Aye,
like we should leave.
No.
Well,
Let's go have a quick look. Yeah.
All
How are you
right.
feeling, Tilly? You're not look. You were feeling a bit better. Do you want me to go ahead of this one, or you? How you feeling?
Yes. I'll watch the front.
Alright.
cool.
If it turns out to be the sewer tiger, don't say I didn't warn you.
Cayxl, you got the back, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Talita, I think it's over this way.
The light goes out.
Where have you gone?
I'm guarding.
I'm here.
I'm glad you are. Baccan, as you move forward, you can kind of see in the sewer doesn't really come to an end. There's a very tight sort of crawl space tunnel that sewerage is kind of pouring through. It's only about 2.5 feet That is kind of where the noise seems to be coming from.
Make my way slightly further towards it and just slowly peek my head round this corner.
Yeah. So what you can kind of see there is a sorry sight. There is what appears to be some kind of large cat-like thing, heavily wounded, and seems to have this redberry blight upon it.
We don't like redberry blight, do we?
Baccan, are you dead yet?
No, still fine, still cracking.
All right, let me know if you die.
Yeah, we'll do. You'll be the first. You'll be the first to know.
Andy.
Mm-hmm.
Just been mentioned in chat. Maybe need to turn people up a little bit.
Yeah, we can turn you up. I mean, you asked for Becca to be turned up. Best of luck with that. We know that we know that Clay is quiet because he's suffering with his
I've got a bad throat. It's fine.
But there we go. Let me know in chat if that is better for you. I have turned everybody up now.
Testing.
There we go.
1, 2, 3.
So yeah, this thing is kind of whimpering, and as it sees you, it sort of growls. It doesn't take much to know that it's not in the best of states, though.
I'm going to crouch down, and you know when there's like a cat on the side of the road, and you sort of just move your index finger and thumb together and be like, "I'm going to give it some of that."
Okay,
as I try and coax this thing out.
give me an animal handling. You're not taking any aggressive actions, so I'm going to let you have advantage on this roll.
Lovely. Woof. A 10.
Well, I mean, the good news is a 10 is the target DC. It's not a very easy, but relatively easy. As yeah, this thing is in a bad state, but as you kind of move forward, showing that you mean it no harm, it seems to succumb and allows you to sort of approach.
Are you alright? Little thing, would you like to come out here and just we'll take a little look at you? Do you want to pop out?
Its eyes. This thing is matted and covered with this crud from the sewer. You see that underneath one of its kind of front legs, there are small red pustules. But as you gain its confidence, it does indeed begin to sort of limp out to you.
And
what you got there?
well, it's a good question, and I'm also a DM question. I know we sort of leveled up last time, and I've now got an additional spell slot as a result of that. Can I use that now, or is that sort of basically next long rest?
No, absolutely. Like I said earlier, it's something that you could have done before, but just didn't have the opportunity to use. So use your level 3 abilities now, because boy, are you going to need them later.
Wait, what?
Ominous.
Okay, well that's interesting. I mean, so this is more for flavour more than anything, which I might regret at a later point. But I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
So unfortunately, I think that does take a little while to cast. But I'm gonna turn around to Clay and say I'm gonna try and just have a bit of a chat with this thing. It does take me a while to do so. It might be worth you guys just having a quick looky look around and seeing what else is happening whilst I get this thing sorted.
Yeah. Clay is, when you look over at him, he's kind of holding his warhammer and looking at this thing a little unsure.
No, don't worry, it's fine. Honestly, it's
You
let
sure?
me just. We'll take. I'll just
Right.
you guys have a look around. I'll try and make. I'd rather not kill something if I don't have to.
I think you need a minute there, Cayxl. Leave him to it.
Oh, what is that thing? Looks like me the morning after a really good night.
Well, hopefully in about 9 minutes' time, I can find out a little bit more about it.
Oh, you get cast your spell then. Come on, we'll stay here. We'll wait for you. That's
see
what
you later.
friends are for.
It looks really
Yeah.
ill.
It does look really ill. Aye. So I'll see what's happened to it and if there's any way we can help. So yeah.
I might be able to help it in the morning, but not today.
Aye. I think we're all a bit knackered, aren't we? So yeah, like I said, I'll have a wee chat with it, see what's cracking.
Look, do your
And,
ritual. Stop talking. Or do your ritual, then we can leave.
All right, we'll go see what else is happening then, and then I'm going to sit down just on the edge and just wait.
Okay, so you've got 10 minutes. There doesn't seem to be any other way through here, but there is the tunnel that sort of leads to the north for you, should you wish to want to take that. That seems to be the only other route. It stretches off into the darkness, the blue light surrounding Cayxl, helping somewhat.
Off you go then, Talita.
Yeah, Dallas, should we have a little look up there, see what's there?
I mean, Baccan is the scout. He's much quieter than me, but okay.
You have eyes, though.
Well, we can look, but
Who needs to be quiet? Let's just go and have a look.
clomp, clomp.
Yeah, and it looks like you're splashing through the sewer water as well, so it's clomp splash, clomp splash. So you're the light sort of following you. Your dark vision, whilst in dim light, is like in normal light. So as Cayxl gets to about there, you can kind of see that the sewer does end, but there's another one of these ducts that are about 2.5 to 3 foot sort of wide, that there is sewerage kind of pouring out of. As you get closer to it, you can determine there seems to be a very faint red glow. It's not enough to even illuminate this tunnel at all. But whatever you encountered previously looks like there's more of them further down that tunnel, but it's going to be a squeeze, and you're going to have to be going on sort of at least all fours, if not crawling, to get down there.
Well, Dallas, you're allowed to be big like you. We're going to go down there.
Well, I made it through before. I'm sure we'll be fine, but maybe we should wait for Baccan. If we get into trouble, it would be nice to be together, and you never know, something might come from behind us.
Or like that thing that just crawled out and just started talking to me. Ah, what are you doing?
Shouting boo at you by the looks of it.
Yeah, where's that tiger?
Talita just brings his shield up.
Well, just preparing you for there's something coming up behind you.
You are a menace.
Have you been
Thanks
drinking
very
that
much.
So it takes you a fair amount to sort of. It doesn't take you long, but if you're taking care and sort of investigating that top tunnel and stuff, it will take you a fair amount of time to actually do this. With Cayxl's
About 9 minutes.
shenanigans and shouting boo and like that, it's quite unsurprising if anything hasn't heard that as it echoes around the tunnels. I mean, certainly Baccan, you can hear it, and this poor wretched creature also sort of flinches a little bit and kind of lets out a snarl. But the time passes, and I'm assuming you are ritually casting speak to animals.
Yes.
All right, this is where I need to be a GM here and sort of look it up. Oh, Uh, I always like spells like this for a number of reasons. One of the great things about Fancy Grounds is that you can easily access spell information here. So obviously you could have normally cast this, but you as a ranger, I believe, don't have the ability to cast it other than a ritual. Is that right?
Yeah, I've got primal awareness,
Yeah.
so I think that's how
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is. Yeah,
Which is a really neat ability. So
yeah.
it does fall under the ritual casting, which, as you've all pointed out, takes like 10 minutes plus the action. And you gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration. Well, the first good thing is this is a beast. It's not something polymorphed or changed, so it is going to have some kind of effect. The knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but at least beasts can give you information about nearby locations and monsters, including whatever they can perceive or have perceived within the past day. You might be able to persuade a beast to perform a small favour for you. So this is relatively new to you, but you know how it functions, and it's strange as you gain the ability to communicate with this beast. It basically says, "Thank you. Do you have a
It's all
name?"
right. I'm Baccan. Have you got a name? Are you feeling okay?
Of course I have a name. I am Artemis. All of this is definitely odd. A beast like this would have an animal intelligence, and most beasts don't have names. They have no need of names. This seems to have a heightened intelligence.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Artemis. Like I said, my name's Baccan. I said I'm travelling with a few people, and despite the sort of the shouts and screams you can hear from around the corner, they don't mean you any harm.
The loud one.
Damn it, Cayxl, will you be serious for a minute?
She is. She is loud.
Aye, but she means well, and I think she doesn't mean you any harm or anything like that.
Got
Just,
acoustics
just
down here, isn't there? I cast Thunderwave.
Now, was that a joke, or are you actually casting Thunderwave?
I'll roll for it.
Oh no.
You should never
Andy,
roll
can I
for things
move?
like this. It's what Cayxl would do.
I don't know. I guess 1 to 10 I don't. 11 to 20 I do. Oh, you're lucky.
Okay. So she was merely joking.
But I can do it.
Clay is still
So
looking.
you know.
Clay is still looking at Cayxl like, what are you doing?
Okay.
Oh, all right, calm down.
So,
You know what? I'm starting to like it down here.
You can stay if you want.
It's the only place that's ever talked sense to me. Sense to me. Sense to me. Sense.
she really doesn't like to live.
no, I think she does. She grows on you.
Like this strange blight I have on me.
Yeah. What? So, would you mind? Are you all right if I take a quick look at that? Have a wee butchers?
I cannot get to it, as it kind of tries to move a paw, and it's kind of in an awkward position for it to scratch.
Can I just?
Yeah, medicine,
Try and
please. Medicine.
take a look at that?
Very good, very good. It looks like it's in the very, very early stages of this, and you reckon you could probably, if you had a bit of fire or something, pop and burn. You can't really see any of those maggots that were in it sort of moving at the moment. So you think it's in its very early stages. Artemis says there were flying things all around me. I squashed many of them, but one of them bit me. I think it was a bite.
Yeah, they're proper buggers. They're proper buggers. But I think we got rid of him. And I'm not going to lie, you know what you got on you. Whilst it looked bad, it doesn't look horrendous, and I think we can probably deal with it between us. Are you all right? You know, just come in. I think like we've done everything we need to. Are you all right? Just come in with us, and we'll sort you out, make you feel a little bit better.
It depends. I am wanted. I am wanted above.
By anyone in particular?
I was taken from my home far. They put me on, they called it a ship. It was a long journey, and then they tried to put me in a cage so that people could watch me.
Well, that doesn't sound good. Where were you? Where do you know where you're from? What would you call it? Where you're from?
It is untamed. It is wild.
Okay.
The West
well, look,
Midlands.
You know, I was supposed to tell you what. Look, if you're being hunted, you know, I won't tell it to that lot, but we'll look at you know the strength in numbers and all that. I think that's why we're all together.
I would not
So
wish to
stick
bring
with us.
trouble to your door. That is all.
No, you won't bring trouble. Yeah, no, not a problem. You hang around with us for a bit. We'll see if anyone can get this thing off you. It might hurt to get it off, but it's better than what the alternative is. So if you're all right, just following me for a bit, and we'll help each other out about that.
I owe you much for your kindness.
Well, you know, it's a weird place around here. I've not been around here too long. I understand it's a bit confusing. I'm equally as confused, to be honest. So,
If I get hungry, can I eat the loud one?
it's situational. Let's say,
Right.
ideally not. Ideally not, but you know, if the push came to shove, yeah, do it.
Right.
Although
Okay.
I think she might leave a bit of a metallic taste, and I don't know. She seems to be crackling a wee bit.
Oh well. Lead the way. And as I
Okay.
say, this is incredibly strange. Like the conversations they have with other beasts is kind of images and flashes and emotions. This thing was actually speaking to you as if it had some kind of intellect.
I think he's just as intelligent as I am, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Almost.
I mean, it's almost, you know, that druids could wild shape. It's almost akin to, well, is this less of a beast than someone that is, you know, an animal or whatever? You can easily see that the rest of them are at the top waiting.
I'm
Cayxl,
just going to shout him.
Cayxl causing.
Chaos.
Yeah.
Right. I think we're sorted down here. This chap's going to stick around with us for a bit if that's all right. But I think we should probably get out of here, shouldn't we?
I was kidding about the sewer tiger. You actually found the
No,
sewer tiger.
Yeah, he's here. Look.
Can I not just eat her now?
I'm going to shake my head. No, it's nice. No.
I am not a tiger.
I know.
Oh, he's purring.
And I don't live in the sewers.
Good kitty. I think he likes
Why don't
me.
What can you? How are you? You're with that. Well, no. Are you good or bad with fire? We yet to establish, really, aren't we? You've set a lot of things on fire. You got that under control? Yeah.
What is this? Yeah, okay. So I've set things on fire in the past. It's not that it were deliberate or anything. Well, except when I'm welding, of course, and soldering. You need a flame for that. But, I can control it.
Are you sure?
Come and. He's creeping up to you. He's got one of those.
Hello, kitty.
He's got one of those grubs on him, and a bit of fire might help him out a bit.
Is he looking a bit hungry there?
He licks you, Cayxl.
Oh, you
Yes, she does taste of metal.
Yeah, he really likes you. He's a proper big fan of you.
So what? You want to set fire to your new friend?
Well, no, he's got one of them. Just here on his side. Look, he's got one of them.
As Baccan
Oh, I
says
see, I
that, he
see.
kind of turns towards you, showing almost as if he knows what Baccan is saying.
Oh God.
So
Yeah, all right. I can give it a go.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna pull out my tinker's tools and find my little soldering iron,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna disconnect the solder so the flames just bare,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try and burn away.
Yeah. So
Clay is
this
Clay's
is.
gonna,
Sorry. Did you want to say
Sorry.
something?
Clay is going to lean over and just turn the flame
You're
down.
in my lights. Back up.
Clay is going to do that and cast guidance, but is instantly regretting it.
Cayxl, you have a choice. The way the guidance works, obviously, is any time in the next minute on an ability check, you can add an extra D4. But I was going to say this is less of a medicine skill and more of a sleight of hand, really. As you can plainly see this small collection of red pustules upon this beast. Oh, that was so.
Oh, that was so nearly a 20.
It was so nearly a 20, but that
There
is
we
a
go.
16. And yeah, very carefully, you easily sort of remove this. You notice that you need to sort of cauterize it as you've kind of burnt it off, and you carefully burn the flesh a little to ensure that there's no remaining infections. And the beast sort of quite stoically just, but doesn't, as most animals would, sort of either flinch away or try and bite you. It's almost as if he knows you are trying to help him.
As he should.
What? You sure you just found this down here? Seems a bit.
Yeah,
No. There's tinker's tools. I got them out my backpack.
Well, you were hiding in sewers from them. Those grub things that had attacked him. He's not from round here, but he's a little bit lost. I said he could knock around with us for a bit.
From what obviously, from what you've said, and you are aware that there's a zoo within the smoke. When he was talking about being brought here, it could mean that they were trying to take him there or something. He looks like he's been in the sewers for a good week or so. He's literally matted and filthy.
This is good. We can take care of him.
Exactly.
Get him where he needs to go.
Oh, my landlord doesn't allow pets.
Well, he can live with me in that house that I've definitely got. So
It's a weird way of saying that.
So he can hang around with me. From what I gather, he don't really want to be knocking around anywhere. They try to make him like captive, and he ain't about that lifestyle. So he said he can hang around with me for a bit, and I'll sort him out.
It does a big kind of yawn at you, Cayxl, as it opens its jaws almost as far as it could possibly get. Almost
Cool.
as if
I do
he's
the same.
smiling or laughing at you. And then he says to you, Baccan, I think I could fit a head easily in my mouth.
And I'm just going to nod, but I'm not. If when I speak with them, do I talk in cat? Do I
Yeah,
growl?
yeah. It's kind of a
Sick.
growl or purr. This is because like no one else can understand what you're saying or what the cat is saying. So yeah.
Baccan, did you just put?
Yeah, a little bit.
He does
That's
that
how
sometimes, haven't you noticed?
normally
No,
when I've got
Mostly
pie.
when he's sleeping.
What?
Oh yeah, when there's pie floating about. I can. Like I say, I can talk to the chat. Um, so yeah, like I said, he's an intelligent lad. He's our Artemis.
Shame you couldn't talk to the
Oh.
tentacle chap at Artemis.
Actually, that's what he's called himself.
That's a person's
Called
name.
himself.
That's
But when I find something like this and they say the
Don't you
name's
think?
Artemis,
Don't you
and
think
then
he'd be better off with a name like Sop or Lucky
Um,
or
Does he look lucky?
Midnight
It starts
or
rubbing
Shadow?
itself against you, Cayxl. Starts just rubbing itself against
Which
you.
one? Which one? Which one did it like?
It's just kind of rubbing itself kind of nicely against you.
as all of his hairs go all static.
Mm.
Huh.
I need to
Sweet,
get
we
this
agree.
crud off me somehow.
Well,
Come on, get it all off. Get it all off. Go on. These are going straight in the wash when we get home. It's fine.
he's just like I say, he's pretty dirty. And if his name's I'm not gonna change that. It's what it is, isn't it?
Well,
Whatever you say, crazy man.
I've never asked a cat what they wanted to be called before. But sure,
Exactly.
if you want to growl at it like that, then we'll call it Artemis.
do all cats have names?
Look, the one honest, like the ones that I've spoken to, they don't normally speak with such eloquence.
How about Fluffy? Or Mittens?
I tell you what, why don't we get out of this sewer, and we can come up with different types of names that you guys want to call him.
Well, it looks like there's some more of those bugs this way down the hole here.
It starts sniffing and growling.
Oh, great.
They're right.
Well,
Okay.
are you hungry, Artemis? Do you want to eat some of them bugs?
No, but they did this to me, so they need to be stopped. There is something not natural about them.
Okay. Well, guys, Artemis is pretty keen to squash these buggers. So
Artemis can go ahead.
I think yeah, I'll follow right behind you, lad. But off you pop.
Okay. Right. So Artemis does exactly that. He kind of crawls, and it's quite difficult for him. He's quite a big creature, medium size, I believe, and he kind of crawls through. It is very much like a crawl space, and there is sewage water sort of pouring out, and it's quite difficult as you crawl through, not just to get it everywhere. It is not a pleasant feeling. This sewer pipe, because it's more of a pipe than a tunnel, kind of twists and turns and branches, but there is a distant faint red glow. Following that and following Artemis's keen smell and senses, it takes a good maybe 15-20 minutes. It's a horrible journey. Sometimes you have to sort of almost twist as the pipe bends round. Eventually, though, you get to an area where it's the flow seems to be going in a different direction. It's almost like it's flowing downwards now, and the pipe has twisted and is flowing in a sort of downwards direction, but most definitely still the right way. Eventually, it comes to an opening, and Artemis squeezes out, allowing you all to get a much better view of the chamber within.
You guys should know for future reference, I'm claustrophobic.
Yeah, it's
That's
a,
why we have to
We've-
keep you along.
We've been doing this for 15 minutes. Why do you mention this now?
Because I'm afraid if I opened my mouth while we were in there, that what would come out would be a sort of sound rather than language.
It
I often
sounds
wonder
like you
about
know
that anyway.
there is a little sort of drop down by about sort of 10 feet as you squeeze out of the pipe. Now, some of you, I've just put you onto there because you might not want to squeeze out of the pipe when you can see. But Artemis has squeezed out and dropped down. So it's a much larger chamber that you enter. I've just shared that, but for some reason it's not sharing it with you, Baccan.
You know?
Can you see it, Baccan, at all?
I can just see. Oh no, I think now my fantasy grounds is not responding. So
Right, that might be the
Second
reason
one.
why.
no, but yeah. It's all,
Yeah, that's all good.
here.
So let me describe this chamber to you.
Your Majesty.
Yeah. There is a very large chamber ahead. Sort of quite obviously in this chamber here is a large, strange, worm-like creature that is pumping out kind of large eggs. The whole thing is kind of glowing somewhat red. There are here a whole host of barrels, all marked with skulls and crossbones that quite obviously have been dropped from quite a large height. And spilling out of them is this bright red, sort of almost fluorescent liquid that is kind of almost pulsating. You can see here that there is a set of ladders. Oops, if I can get it done. And they sort of climb up to maybe about 100 feet above to where you can see daylight streaming down. It looks very much like these barrels have been dropped down some kind of shaft or well or something like that. Artemis is in the room. I've put you all in the room so you can actually see it. Baccan, would you have dropped down into the room or stayed in the shaft?
I would have dropped down.
Okay, so you dropped down. Who would have been next?
Well, was the tunnel wide enough for us to be
You couldn't.
any more than one
No,
abreast?
no. You. It was only about 2.5 foot. It was a crawl space, so
All
you
right.
couldn't even see this until someone in front of you sort of moves out of the way.
Well, as soon as there's no one in front of me, I'll drop down.
Okay, so you would drop down, and I'm guessing
Same.
Talita and Clay, you all have kind of dropped down as well. There is still the light. I mean, have you still got the light on? Because otherwise this chamber is just glowing red.
Yeah, I've still got the light on.
Okay. So as you drop down, and there's 20 foot here, and oops, we'll draw the, if it will allow me to. There we go. 40 foot dim light around you. This creature, this gigantic sort of maggoty type thing, very reminiscent to the ones that were in the original, begins to sort of move, and it sort of looks towards you, and it kind of regurgitates a squirt of this toxic red liquid. Fortunately, you are not in range of it, but it's most definitely noticed you all at the moment. I think it is
We've got
time
trouble, guys.
to go to initiatives. This thing
Ugh.
is not friendly. Okay.
Clay's not bothered. It's fine.
Okay, so initiatives 4. You need to roll something for Artemis as well.
He goes on my
Oh, it
go.
goes on your go.
Artemis does.
That is good.
Yeah, so basically he does nothing unless I tell him to do something as a bonus action.
That is good. But you've got an initiative of 22. So
Ooh.
let us stick Artemis on 22. There we go. You'd be pleased to know that this thing is slow and lumbering and hasn't done anything as yet. So, Baccan, what would you like to do?
I guess I'm just gonna. We've got, yes, we do have line of sight of it. Okay, so I'm going to move. Oh, I'm controlling Artemis. I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20 and look at this thing.
Hmm.
And I do not like this thing. So
Yeah,
I'm going to try and take a shot.
it seems that Artemis is right. There's something innately unnatural. It's laying a lot of eggs, and yeah, there's you don't know what has caused this thing to exist, but it's not right.
Okie dokie. So I will take a shot.
And you hit.
It's
Oh, very nice.
Doing 11 damage, and then I guess as I take the shot, Artemis is going to see me doing that. He's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He does have 40 feet of movement, but I mean, he's just going to stay there
Yeah.
for now as he just starts prowling towards it.
Very nice.
And that's me.
Cayxl.
Oh, geez. Well, okay. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Out of interest, can Cayxl actually see
Five.
it at the moment?
Yeah,
Well, I can see it's glowing.
the room is glowing red. So absolutely.
I'm gonna throw fairy fire on it.
Oh, very
So I
nice.
can see if we can light this place up like a disco.
Yeah, I think you know how to do that. You can target the beast, the queen as it's called, and then force it to make that saving throw. Boom, boom, boom. Or it fails, so you can apply the fairy fire effect upon it.
Brilliant. It is a beautiful electric blue.
Very nice.
I'm noticing a theme here.
Yes.
How are you?
So yeah, you're targeting it. You can put the fairy fire effect upon it as well, which you should be able to do from your character sheet.
Yeah, I think I've done it.
It might be just slow to act, but it's definitely on it now. It's granting advantage. Is that the rest of your go?
I am going to move this way.
Okay. Very good. And then we move to a Talita.
So Talita is going to use an ability that he hasn't used before.
Ooh, exciting.
Yes, called aggressive. So,
Oh, yeah.
it's a.
I think I've got that ability.
It's an orc trait that lets him use his bonus action to move his speed towards an enemy.
Yeah.
So he can essentially dash as his
Yeah.
bonus, which will get him all the way over there.
Wow.
Get to there.
Okay.
And then take a swing with his warhammer.
Very good. Yeah.
Whew.
I mean, this thing is lumbering and slow, but the jaws of this large creature are terrifying. So you hit it for 9 damage. Very good. Anything else, or is that you done for the moment?
everything for Talita. So what you see with the aggressive is he pulls a shield up in front of him and just kind of charges with his shield forwards until he gets up close, sidesteps, and slams his hammer into the side of it.
Perfect. And then we move to Clay.
Well, Clay is going to make sure that he never upsets Talita again. He's going to move up to here, pulling
Mhm.
out his shield as he runs up, and then decide that's far enough for him to go, and he is going to say a few words and summon down a sacred flame.
So it fails, you'd be pleased to know. It does 7 damage to the queen. Okay, very nice.
Ooh.
Then we do move to the queen. So this queen is going to attempt to target. It doesn't have a massive move, so going to try and target Talita. Firstly with a bite, which misses. And then you see that as it moves around, this kind of sickly, toxic sort of area rips away with the egg sac, and it has what appears to be some kind of stinger that it tries to hit you with as well, and misses. Okay, and that is its go. We then move to the top of the round. At the top of the round, though, you begin to hear buzzing, and with all the noise caused within here, some familiar creatures begin to fly into the room. Oops, I need to roll a dice for how many for this round. So 3.
No, it says 2.
I know, but it's a D4 plus 1.
Can I suggest not arguing with the GM? That might be a bad idea.
It's definitely a 2.
Now it's 4.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely fine.
Definitely thought you were going to say 5 there.
Yeah.
Dude, can you stop giving him ideas?
I've got all the ideas. All of the ideas. So these appear there. I just need to roll there. So it has initiative of 10. Has initiative of 17. And has initiative of 1. Okay. So, Baccan, you see a sort of buzzing. There seems to be buzzing coming from the other sort of vents as well. Just so you are aware.
How tall's the ceiling?
It goes up 100 foot. This
Oh,
is.
Wow.
It looks like, as I say, there's a ladder that goes up this wall to what appears to be some kind of, you don't know, well or something like that. There's a large central area here that this might have been a well or a water supply source at some point.
Okay. So these fire beetles are swarming around in the air, aren't they?
Yeah, they most definitely are the young of this creature, and they are most definitely have been called into this chamber to help defend. You can hear.
Oh my god!
You can hear from there and from up here as well more buzzing.
Okay. So Baccan's going to point at the fire beetles and say, "You're not the only ones that can do that." And his eyes are going to start glimmering. And from his very sort of tattered sort of leather to sort of like speckled wings are going to sprout out from the back of them. as Baccan sort of takes into the air and starts to fly. I'm going to.
What?
Oh damn!
What?
Yeah.
So I'm going to start flapping towards them because it's my action. It's an action to do that.
Okay.
And then Artemis as a bonus action is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 20 run up to this queen.
Yeah.
And because he's gone more than 20 feet, I'm just going to, guy's going to have to do a saving throw. So if Artemis, I need to click down. Artemis targets the queen. So that's a failure, which is nice. So Artemis pounces on the queen, charging up to it, doing an additional mauling damage and also knocking it prone as well.
Yep, that is good. So, I mean, prone would give you advantage if you're within 5 feet of it, but it's also got fairy fire on as well, so that advantage is already on there.
And that's me.
That's my range shot, though. Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you, Kitty.
So this, it's not really a giant fire beetle, it's actually stage 1.
How many stages are there?
That's interesting. I mean, if you've been paying attention to all the different types, you might have worked it out.
So I think we've seen 3.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean there aren't more.
Maybe we're looking at stage 4 in front of us.
So you guys don't know either, but I'm called out because I asked.
Oh, that was so close to a natural 20, but it misses you. And then we move to Cayxl.
Cool. So check out my aim, guys. I'm going to throw magic missile. I'm going to throw 3 missiles at one at each of these stage 1/2s.
Awesome. So just target one at a time, and get rid of targeting the queen. And then, yeah, it's automatic. Yeah, so the first one, you just dead. Second one, dead. Third one, still alive, though. That's still impressive, though, as you cleared
Thank you very much. Thank you.
That is very good. Do you want to do anything else?
Make a racket, probably. No, I'll stay where I am and rub my hands together.
Okay. So we move to Talita.
So Talita, seeing that the cat has got involved, moves around to stand next to it.
Yep.
And kind of being careful not to hit the cat is going to try and wail on the queen again.
Perfect.
Oof.
Wow. Somewhat distracted.
Rolls.
Even with advantage this time, you swing wildly, and this time the queen sort of moves out of the way, getting used to what's going on.
Just trying to be too careful not to hit Artemis.
Yeah. It happens sometimes. And then we move to Clay.
Cool. Clay is watching what's going on with these two and deciding he's going to hold back a little bit. I miscounted. Looking at what's happening with this one remaining bug, is going to hold back just in case anything else appears at a distance, and is just going to go with another sacred flame.
Okay. The queen is doing the job at the moment. Talita missed, and it succeeds on its saving throw.
Oh.
I'm assuming that is everything that you want to do for the moment.
For now.
Okay. It attempts to bite Talita. This time it hits. Doing 7 points, but the bite is nasty. If the target, basically, it does 1d8 plus 3 piercing damage, and if the target is small or a smaller creature, it must succeed on a DC 13 saving throw, be swallowed by the creature. Boom, boom, boom. You are unfortunately not a small or smaller creature, so therefore you do not get swallowed.
Oof.
Don't let it lay eggs in you.
So what it does indeed is try to lay the eggs in you, just as
I give him ideas.
Don't let it lay eggs in you.
which it does. So,
Oh my god.
so it hits you for 4 points of piercing damage, and then you need to take a DC 13 con saving throw.
Crikey.
It's okay, I'm going to roll it for you. Which you double fail anyway.
Yeah.
You don't have any special paladin things at the moment of auras or anything like that.
Protect from eggs.
Nope.
Okay.
I have no protection from eggs right now.
So, on a failed save, you will take quite a lot of damage. And you are technically impregnated.
Ooh, oh, crikey.
Yeah. This thing seems to be
Is this
somewhat
what you expected was going to happen today?
dangerous. There are more buzzings as we get 4 of these things now.
Remember, and he was like, you should probably hold on to your spell slots, and I used it to talk to a cat.
Yeah. As we get 1, 2, 3, 4 of these coming from this side this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Yep.
Sorry if you did this, Andy, but did you with the thing being prone, did it just stand up for its movement?
yeah, it kind of righted itself, otherwise it'd be attacking with disadvantage.
Yeah.
But there's nothing to stop it, which is kind of why I didn't really sort of mention it.
Yeah.
I think it's automatically assumed that unless it really was being shot at by a ton of people, there's no reason for it to stay prone.
Yeah.
And there was nothing that could keep it prone. So 4 more of these creatures enter the fray, and we move to the top of the round, and it's Baccan again. You see Talita get pumped, and you see that small globules are getting kind of underneath his skin.
So I'm going to free action, just let my longbow hit the ground and just take my short sword out.
Yeah.
I'm going to just try and hit this thing now.
Yep. You hit. Yeah, and you instantly death it.
Lovely. And then I've got 30 feet fly speed, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can only get to there as I sort of start to swoop down on this thing. But Artemis is going to make just another mauling attack. It's kind of terrified after seeing what's just happened there.
Artemis hits.
Dealing 8 additional damage.
Very nice. Move to Cayxl.
Yo, well, your girl's out of spell slots, so out comes the crossbow.
I love that was all in character as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I just rolled and it didn't take.
It might be internet connection, because it did take a moment for Grant. It does look like you're targeting the queen. Did it go in the dice box?
Yeah. I'll do it again.
Right.
Yeah.
If the other one shows up, take the first one.
What was it really good then?
No, it was a 12.
There you go. You've definitely
Oh.
hit though. You've
Dropping
definitely
that
hit.
now.
Right, great. Okay, good. That's fine. I'll take that. Never
Yeah,
mind.
6 points of damage is 6 points of damage. Very nice. Is that you done?
I do believe so.
Okay. So this moves 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Double moves to there.
Oh, good.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Double moves to there.
Go on, bugs, bring it on.
I think that's exactly what is going. And Talita, the poison, these eggs that are intrusive in your body, burning at you.
Distinctly unpleasant.
Yeah.
Talita gives himself a shake, and then growls, and then tries to hit with his warhammer again.
Hey,
Okay.
be careful. You're not supposed to fight while pregnant. Think of the kids.
You are
He's
definitely
trying not
put
to.
off. You are definitely put off as you swing and miss. Anything else you want to do?
No.
Okay. The next fire beetle double moves to here. We move to Clay. You are surrounded. They are trying to sting and impregnate you now with the maggots.
Good.
What's with all the impregnating going on?
All right.
Yeah.
calm
You can. I mean, if you want to spend your turn to try and work out the life cycle of these creatures, I am more than happy for you to do that.
I think Clay's a little bit more worried than I'm worried about that. He is going to fall down to his knees and start muttering.
You dropped
a little
prone.
prayer.
Is that what you heard? I heard
No,
you dropped prone.
Not fully prone at the moment. Just
All right.
just thematically.
Cinematically.
Cinematically, he's going to go to these, say a little prayer. And as he
Cinematically
says
lies
this
down on
prayer,
the floor.
word of radiance.
No,
is going
copyright
to
strike.
appear.
Okay.
What? I want to do that.
Oh,
Okay.
Wait, they
So
all saved. Did they all save except for one?
they all saved except for one. Does it do half
Never mind.
damage though?
no, because
No.
it's a cantrip.
Oh dear.
Never mind. I don't want to do that.
One of them
At
does die though.
At which point he stands back up.
Okay, so this is going to attack. Misses you, Talita, and because you're impregnated, it seems that it can only impregnate one person.
Oh, I thought it's going to impregnate the cat.
Yeah, no, that's what it's doing. That is exactly. It's
Oh,
almost
really?
like everything that you say seems to really come true.
Jesus.
Because Talita is already carrying now. The cat is the next target for this.
I want £1 million. Damn it.
It's true, you want it.
It fails.
Well, before that, I used my reaction to parry the blow.
Oh, right. So how much damage does this take off?
Again.
Because this is interesting. Because if you stop the sting, I'm not going to do the poison damage, and it's not going to be able to impregnate it.
Big money.
So it's done. It's only done 5 points of damage with the sting.
I was just checking if it's it's proficiency bonus. So 2.
I think you're going to be able to stop it
D10.
all, actually.
Ooh, hope so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well done, Talita. True to my word, I shall heal Artemis that 5, and because it makes sense that because the piercing damage hasn't taken you parry it, that there is no need for the saving throw or the impregnating. So well
No need for
done.
the impregnating.
For now, for now. Oh, we come to the top. I get to roll a
Oh,
d4 again.
Sorry, Jesus, that's our party name. The
Yeah.
Impregnated.
Oh wow!
The
And
impregnated.
The Impregnated.
for anybody that is actually watching, yeah, I've managed to get a 4
Well,
now,
that's
so that means
4.
5 of
Yeah.
them.
No, look, it says 4.
Oops.
Unfortunately, that one didn't come true.
No. 2, 3, 4.
Should it just be easier
5.
not to?
It would, but I'm really enjoying every moment of this, so it's worth it. So that is going. Oh, I need to do this first because if I don't, I will not. It's probably going to break my fantasy grounds anyway. Yes. As soon as I start putting multiple creatures and get very excited with
It won't
this,
let you have them.
my fantasy grounds sort of comes to an end. So that is 3 there. And then stick this one here and here and here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, boom. Where are we?
In a sewer.
Yeah, in a sewer.
I
Somewhere
think
where you
we
don't
might
want to
stay
be.
here for a while.
Once again,
Covered
horribly
in
injured.
furry. I'm supposed to be at work.
You are indeed supposed to be at work. You're going to so get fired from.
I'm so fired.
Right, so let's do some initiatives for these ones. Boom. And then finally this one. Nice. Okay. So those, you see those kind of swarming from here as well. And Baccan, it's yourself and Artemis.
It is. It is. Okay. Repaying the favor a
Kill
little.
the queen.
I'm going to. Do I kill? I don't. If I no, I'm going to move down a little, and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds. But because I'm flying, my bare foot's just going to touch like Talita's.
All right. You're going to use your big toe to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like on the
that's been
top of
my-
his mostly bald head.
It's been
Yeah,
wading
yeah.
through.
I,
Put it down his head.
yeah, I'd just like to this foot flapping around
Big
your
shitty
face.
footprint on his head.
Yeah, because you
And
are
then it's-
barefoot and you have been walking through the sewer.
It's true. It's just only going to deal half healing. That is. Oh yes.
Damage.
Because what I should say is that I didn't realise that the speak with animals doesn't actually take up a spell slot for me. It's just once per
No,
long rest.
well,
So I actually have one
Yeah,
left.
it's because you cast it ritually as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So 7 back there, and then Talita is just going to, Artemis is going to make a swipe at
Okay.
Queen.
Talita's just kind of like he's really confused, like something's slapping him in the head, and he's kind of got this warm fuzzy feeling going down his back. And he kind of looks up and he sees Baccan flying. He's like, we'll talk about this later.
And I go, don't worry, pal, I've got you. As just like, it's just my feet just drag across his face. And then I'll take back off into the air a little bit. And then Artemis took another swipe.
Yeah, and does some damage. Very, very nice. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So this is going to get to you back on this stage 1. And it's going to try and bite you. And critically miss. And then we go to Cayxl.
Bites itself.
Yeah.
I'll laugh at the stupid beetle and then take out my crossbow and aim at the queen.
You are next to a beetle at the moment, which means that you will be at disadvantage to your shot. unless you want to move away and take an attack of opportunity.
How am I? What?
You
Gives me
are,
disadvantage it being there.
yeah, with a
I mean, it's
ranged
inclined
attack.
right next to you as you're trying to take aim.
No. I'm aiming at the queen.
It doesn't matter the fact that something is right next to you, an enemy. It means that you are at disadvantage. When you've got an enemy within 5 feet of you and you are trying to do a ranged attack. Don't blame me, those are the rules.
Okay.
You've got a move action, you can move out of the way. It can potentially make an attack of opportunity at you if it hits you. Beyond that, you can attack with disadvantage, so it will make it a straight shot because your fairy fire is still on. But the choice is yours.
Ah, all right. I did not know that, but I will look it up just to confirm in my head. Yeah, I'll take a step forward then.
Okay, so as you take a step forward, this one here, Fire Beetle 2, is going to use that as a
Don't impregnate me! Don't impregnate me!
chance. It's not eggs. These are the maggoty impregnators,
Ah!
and it misses you.
All right. Okay.
But
Crossbow time.
yeah, and you will just attack, but you will be advantage because of your fairifying. Very nice, and again, your fairify doing great help, dropping that as you hit it for another 6
Oh, just
points.
another 2 though.
2 plus 4, 6 points. That's fairly good for level.
I smacked my crossbow. Is this thing on?
So this beetle though is going to take advantage to everything buzzing around Clay, and they begin to snap at Clay. And missing, and then we move to Fire Beetle number 1, which again is going to do the same, attacking Clay but with advantage. And missing, and then we move to Fire Beetle 6, which is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and going to target Artemis with advantage. And miss.
Ooh, crikey.
These little bugs are not very good. It's going to move to there and do
Don't
the
say that. It's gonna be worse when they all kill us.
When they've killed us.
yeah.
What did you die to? Don't want to say.
Yeah. So misses, and then we go to number 4. Number 4 is against you, Clay. All of these creatures desperate to spread their loving. Misses, and then we go to 8. 8 is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I'll try and get you Talita. Just a straight roll this time, actually. Misses, and then we move to Talita yourself.
Being surrounded, not so good. But the queen is the biggest threat. If we can take down the queen, then
Well, you can
Lisa sees that as the best way forward.
You can see your flesh at the moment throbbing as there are things beneath the skin.
Yeah, do you really want to kill their mother on this?
Well, they might see Talita as their mother now.
Mama.
Now, I think. Oh, Talita! Critical hit.
And and as is mandatory for paladins, I smite.
I really don't blame you at this moment in time.
So I really need to get an effect for my smite, but we'll do it manually for now. So it is. Oh no, that's an attack roll. Damn it.
It's okay.
Okay, so pat for crit. Yeah, there we go.
So that is 12 points of normal Warhammer damage, yeah?
Yeah,
And then you're smiting. So smite is what, 2d8 as well?
2d8. Yeah.
But
So
you critted. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's done it. Look at that.
Crikey.
So that is an extra 15 points of damage that I need to add to the Queen. Whoa, I think, drum roll, yeah, you take it up to that, and it goes down with that mighty
Hey.
critical hit. How does this? Because this is, you kind of, as said, see these things underneath your skin. How do you finish this thing off?
So Talita slams the warhammer into its side, and for a moment you just see kind of small bits and pieces that are like attached to various parts of his armor just kind of shimmer for a moment, and they're really innocuous things, like there's a kind of a small lock of hair and like a little leather cord and things like that. They all just flash for a moment, and this energy just beams out of his hammer and kind of glows from within the thing, and then it collapses.
Beautiful. And no shenanigans. That thing is dead. Well done. As you put the blow, you notice that a ton of this. It's not so much blood as fluorescent red toxic ichor sort of seems to leak from the corpse. And then we move to number 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So that is going to get to you and attempt to bite you as well. It's strange, those of you who are trained in nature, there doesn't seem to be. Ooh, that does hit for a mighty 2 points of damage. Those of you who are trained in nature see that there's no real sense of sort of family ship amongst these. They don't seem to be any more upset about the Queen being destroyed or not. They are simply going through their processes of trying to make more. Clay.
Clay is going to once again cinematically fall to his knees and pray even harder this time as a radiant light emerges from him, and he casts Word of Radiance.
Nice.
There we go. So 2 succeeded, 1 failed.
Going to have words with Vulcan after this.
Okay, very good. Is that your go?
You bashed your holy symbol. Is this thing on?
Hello, Vulcan, you there? You listening?
You will be very pleased to know, though, there is no more buzzing or attraction towards this chamber. So Baccan, you'll go.
Yup. So still just sort of, I'm floating around the air. I'm going to just try and hit number 9.
Mhm. You hit
Cool.
and you kill it.
I also did an additional 3 damage to it anyway.
Yeah.
Then Artemis is just going to jump up and pounce at number 7 here.
And another critical hit. Those critical hits coming through nicely now.
Well, all
So you just
needed.
Instant death.
Very
Instant
nice.
and he plays, like a ball of yarn, like cats have got that. I want him to do like 2 hands, like paws, and just squish it together.
Very nice. And then we move to Cayxl.
Yo, Cayxl's gonna come down here and glare angrily at this one who was biting at her while she was trying to use crossbow.
Yeah.
Gonna drop crossbow on the floor, take out her daggers.
Okay. Daggers.
First dagger is gonna be this dude.
You hit.
Ooh.
And you kill it.
Hey, dagger in the offhand is gonna be over to this laddie over here.
Unfortunately, a miss.
So I blow a raspberry at it instead.
Okay.
Really, Cayxl.
Well, look, I don't want it to think that it won this little exchange, do I?
Wow, it goes to try and bite you and misses.
Nice try. Mummy would be proud.
This, though, is going to attack with advantage against Artemis and hit for 0 points of damage. I like to point out you can't do 0 points of damage. It'll be 1
Can't you?
point of damage now. I think in the rules maybe you can. It's a very dodgy thing, but I'm ruling damage is a minimum of 1.
Otherwise, it's not damage, right?
I think it's
So
good
I
people
would-
who've created weak characters in the past and gone to unarmed
Yeah.
damage. And
Yeah.
just end up
I
killing
will
instead.
I will protect Artemis from that 1 damage.
Okay, show off.
Artemis has just had a horrible life experience.
Yeah.
You
they
care
need a bit of
more
help.
about you just met than us,
Tal-
I reckon.
Talita cares about everyone.
Not
Yeah.
even your cat.
Wow. Artemis says to Baccan, "Are you sure I can't just eat her?" Okay, so Talita, it is your go now.
And Talita will attack this one in front.
Yeah, easily hitting and killing. Nicely done. Anything else?
And just no, actually, no, he'll stay there.
Cool.
He's happy there.
Then we move to Clay.
Clay's had enough of this Vulcan ignoring him malarkey. And so he's going
Haven't
to
ignored it. It's just like,
didn't take out all of my enemies in one go. I mean, what is he thinking? I will have words with him later. And then apologise for having bad words with him because he's almighty and powerful.
yep.
As Clay pulls out his warhammer and swings it at this thing.
You hit. Yeah, and you crush it as well. Very nice. Anything else you want to do?
Is then going to walk over to this one. You're next.
Okay. And then we move to Baccan. No more buzzing coming from the sewer pipes.
Lovely job. Let's try and hit with a short sword against this chap here.
You hit. And you kill it.
Instant
death.
As Artemis prowls round and then attempts to get number
Artemis
6.
prowl.
That's him.
You still hit. And Artemis kills it. Very nice. So the chamber falls silent rapidly again. There is obviously the light of Cayxl that is blue, and then there is this horrible ichor, this toxic sludge that is pulsating red.
Also, the corpse of the queen is purple.
Yep.
Blue and purple.
Has Andy gone for anyone else?
Up now.
No,
Hopefully
sorry.
you can all hear me.
Yeah, I can hear him, Andy.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Talita? It seems that we have
Talita, can you hear him?
no.
Can you hear us, Talita?
Hello?
Hello.
I'm back.
Yay! Welcome back. I was just about to discuss your impregnation. You,
You're a
but
daddy.
I think it is coming up to 8:30 and the perfect time to take our break. We will return in about 5 minutes and we'll find out what on earth has gone down here and whether Talita can actually be saved. Whether Talita might become the next queen or whether they just burst out of his skin. All will be answered when we come back from the break. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Stay tuned. As I say, we will be back very, very shortly.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello and welcome back. I think we are all refreshed and have got our drinks. So, where we last left it, they had uncovered this cat that had escaped to the sewers from the surface, tended its wounds, found what appeared to be the queen of this problem, something laying these eggs, of which there's still plenty over in this area here where the queen was. Sort of strange, pulsating sort of egg sacs that are there. There is a host of toxic waste in this area that most definitely, with the shattered barrels and the like, been dropped down from height above, maybe about 100 feet. There is a ladder leading up to the surface as well. But much more importantly, it seems one of your number has become impregnated. Small, maybe marble-sized lumps beneath his skin that this toxic red light is kind of showing through Talita's skin. What colour is Talita's skin?
It's a quite light pale green.
Yeah, so there's this dim red light piercing the pale green of your flesh. You are, though, you'd be pleased to know, out of initiative, and it is up to you. What would you like to do?
Kill them with fire.
This
Or
is unsettling. Yes.
that doesn't look normal. You all right?
No. I feel funny. The big queen thing injected me, and now I have these. Cut them out.
Are you sure?
Sure, you want us
Yeah.
to hack away at flesh, mate? Maybe we should take you to a healer.
I'm not sure if he's going to have time if we want to be taking them above ground.
Good.
Excellent points, Clay. You decide.
How many
Really?
are there, Andy?
It's difficult. I'm assuming you are armoured.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Let's heavily armoured. So you can see, like, sort of the wound that it kind of entered, which we'll say is slightly in your side, but you can't really see it there. It's more that you kind of felt it underneath your flesh, and there's kind of one that's where your shoulder is, kind of, and your neck, but you think there's probably more. But it's difficult to tell whilst wearing your armour.
Okay. There's
I
one.
hate to say it's big guy. You're probably going to need to strip.
That's fine.
You know what? That's what the voice in my head has been telling me for some time.
I never knew you thought like that.
Just take your clothes off, mate.
Okay, it goes faster if people help.
Oh, does it?
Right, go here.
I'm feeling a little woozy.
All right,
Wait.
well, you can have a lie down there
Okay,
once we got this off.
sure.
So it takes you about 5 minutes to take off. Maybe slightly less with. Oh, it's heavy armor, isn't it, that you've got? So it will be 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But you kind of, it's more the fact that chainmail isn't just a chain shirt. It's kind of a lot of overlays of leathers and straps and buckles and the like. But you get it off, and yeah, it's not pleasant. You see that from where the wound is, along the rib cage and kind of going up, there's a sort of line of these marble shaped lumps which are glowing, pulsating beneath the flesh. I mean, on a positive note, you can easily see them.
Fighting the urge just to take a dagger to each of them, to be honest. So tempting.
That might be the best.
Well-
Can you squeeze any of them out? Out of the hole they came in?
Oh, well, that's not something that I'm willing to do.
Well, I can't do it. It's a bit awkward.
Talita, you're not looking in the best of shape already. Do you mind if I heal you up a little first?
I don't know.
I don't know what it'll do to them if I heal you, though. That's the only thing.
Just maybe see how it goes getting one out first.
And I kind of reach down to my abdomen to the closest one to the hole, and I just start pushing it backwards towards the hole.
Okay. Oh, this is. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
In the meantime, I'm going to come up here to the eggs and just start taking daggers to each of them.
Okay. It's a simple action to pop the eggs, and you do begin to methodically work your way through the eggs. Talita, it is excruciating painful, but you don't pass out from it, as you do manage to sort of backtrack one of these things. And this, it's kind of almost sort of marble sort of sized, but it's irregular like a walnut, and it is sort of glowing. It's got kind of a relatively hard shell to it, and you do indeed sort of just pop it out of the wound, which is now obviously gushing with blood.
Ugh.
As he pops out from the hole, Clay takes his warhammer and smashes it into the ground
Okay.
on top of it.
You crush it.
Wait.
Oh, sorry. Was that your
No,
child?
Don't get attached to them.
no, I just want to know what they are. We haven't seen them yet.
Well, this one's dead. I can tell you that much.
Okay.
Just I hope
Well,
it is. All right, I won't do the next one.
okay. Next one.
Okay, that is even worse. It is further up, and you think it kind of almost scrapes against one of your ribs. Give me another Constitution saving throw, please.
Ooh.
Okay, that is incredibly painful. It doesn't do you any damage, but it gives you one level of exhaustion as you kind of temporarily pass out just for a heartbeat, and then manage to force
Drop
yourself
to one knee.
back into sort of consciousness again. And I mean, you felt pain, but this is unbelievable. So you've gained one level of exhaustion because of that.
It feels worse than getting stabbed.
Yeah, it looks quite bad as well.
Do I manage to get it out?
You do, yeah. I mean, that's the cost, the trade-off. You do manage to get it out, and again, it's kind of like a walnut in the fact that it's kind of a hard shell, but it's definitely organic. It's kind of
Right,
almost like a piece of tough gristle.
Keep that one. We might want to take it to someone.
All right.
Okay, right. I can't get any more out. Cayxl, knives.
Well, I mean,
Just do it already.
all right, but they're covered in sewage and yeah,
Wipe
sure.
it clean and bring it here.
I hand over my daggers.
Clay is going to take it in his hand and wipe the muck off it.
Yeah, well,
then-
they're using a mucky cloth.
And then he's going to cast heat metal.
All right, there we go. Wait, it's not going to melt the daggers, is it?
Oh, I know how to keep metal hot. Don't worry about it.
You do. You're a forge cleric, or you're certainly a cleric of Vulcan. And yeah, you can contain the heat. It doesn't do any damage. And hopefully it will kill any kind of disease upon the blade.
All right, big guy, show me what you got.
There are three others that are left in him.
Maybe do the one in the neck last.
All right.
Sorry, you said you want me to do the one in the neck first?
No,
Can you give me a medicine roll, anybody that is kind of watching what this is going on?
Someone else, please.
Have disadvantage.
Someone else, please.
Oh, look at that.
Dude, can the cat do one?
I'll do one for Baccan, who.
Oh, sorry, I realised I've been on mute for ages.
Yeah.
For absolutely ages. I've literally been back. Yeah, so I will essentially come down from the ceiling, put my wings away, my eyes will stop glowing and go back to the sort of heterochromic colours, and I will have a look at what's going on there with the 22.
So you see Cayxl sort of go, neck, no, there are only 3 of these left, but unfortunately, with your knowledge of medicine, which is, I'm pleased to say that you've got the 22, the last 3 are in the worst possible places. One is very close to his lungs, one is very close to the heart, and one is very close to the sort of artery in the neck. So yeah, this is going to be dangerous.
Does anybody's lord want to guide me?
Clay looks around. Oh, sorry, were you talking to me?
You know what? Just going dry, it's fine.
Baccan, guide this blade.
Just before you do it, can you heal me afterwards?
Me? Nah.
Anyone?
Yeah. We'll probably be able to bring you back from whatever happens here.
Oh,
Maybe.
cool. Right, go for it. It's just a few more scars then. Try not to gut me though.
Oh, this might be warm, by the way.
Oh, I mean, wait, is that better or worse? I don't know.
What am I going for first?
Oh no.
Not the neck. Not the neck.
The one near the lung.
All right, I'll go for the one near the lung.
Okay, so I'm assuming, Baccan, you are helping with your very good medicine roll. So at the moment you would have advantage on your sleight of hand because you are, and you do have potentially guidance should you wish to want to use it.
Friends, does 20 work?
Wow.
Probably safer to use it.
You've certainly dug the knife in. So 21. Okay.
You certainly dug the knife in. I love it.
Okay.
Stab him,
Well,
effectively.
he's certainly stabbed.
Yeah, you have successfully stabbed him. This is going to cause some damage though. So a dagger, I believe, is 1d4 damage. Can you
Oh, you want me to? Okay, hang on a sec. Let me go.
just roll.
All right.
If you want to
Can I
top,
roll my offhand dagger?
it's not going to have your. It's not going to have your.
Efficiency, hopefully.
Yeah, it's not going to have your modifiers to it. It's
Oh,
just
okay.
a blade.
Then I will roll it then. I am.
Just a d4.
Yeah, that's right. Target him and just click offhand damage. So yeah, it's like.
Sorry.
Go on, big guy.
And you manage to get this out. This thing is horrible, and as you pull it out, you can kind of feel it pulsating in your hand, almost like it's alive.
Drop it.
Okay, that is one out.
So Clay nudges it over to sit with the other one, so we know where they are.
Yeah.
Collect those.
Okay.
Collect.
The one right in the middle.
All right.
Now this is very dangerous. The DC is based on which ones you're going for, and this is
I'm gonna
probably
have to do all of them at some point.
yeah, but this is the one close to the heart.
Just try and aim a little bit to the left. Just go in that side rather than on the heart side for guidance.
Oh, all right. Is someone helping? Someone's helping me and guiding me, right?
Yeah, Baccan, I'm assuming is still
just checking before it goes in.
Yeah, absolutely.
22.
22. One would think that will be good for open heart surgery. So
especially if someone works in a pawn shop.
yeah, well, you are targeting Talita. Let's roll some damage.
Oh, okay.
Just a D4 a game because you are successful in removing it. So again, you cut deep here. You see that Talita is not in the best of ways, but you've got two. There's only one left, and this is the one close to the
How are you holding
artery.
up there, big guy?
Talita's eyes kind of just flicker open and close for a moment, and then he puts his hand on Cayxl's other hand, and it's like it's covered in blood and grime. He's like,
Oh, you're doing great. Just one more, and then I'll take a quick nap. Okay.
No naps. No naps until we get out of here. That's dangerous.
One more,
Thank
and
you.
then she gives you some of that zap. That'll get you up.
Thank you, Cayxl.
I'm out of zap.
Own.
Don't worry. I have more at home. We're not that far away.
Don't
we are
worry.
the right
I know.
side of the river at least.
Yeah, I know your
Don't worry. We'll get you some zap.
your heart is good. Even if I can't hear
No,
it.
we can see it from here.
I'm not interested, Talita, but thank you. Someone helping and guiding me, going for his neck.
Yep.
It's this side you want to hit. This one here with the wiggly
All
bit.
right. Okay. Draw on it with Sharpie like this one. Oh, that was. Oh wait! I just rolled for some reason I just rolled a 20, so add 5 to that, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Advantage.
So that would be a 19 plus 2, so that's a 20, 23. Oh, that's for each time.
Very good. So again, it takes a lot too, and yeah, you have to. The other ones, it was fairly easy to sort of slice and come out. It's not so easy in the neck. And you do manage to get it without severing a major artery. But you do cause some more damage. Can you roll that damage? And yeah, he collapses, dying.
What was
I didn't do it.
What was with the +3? The +3 was the bit that pushed him over.
Oh no! Wait! I rolled the wrong dagger.
It's
jab it in my neck.
I rolled the wrong dagger.
You wanted to do that, didn't
That's
you?
just 3. That's not 6. That's 3. So you're on 1 hit
Which
point.
I think leaves him on 1, yeah.
You're on 1 hit point.
Either way, as that happens, Clay is going to lean down and cast Cure Wounds.
Just so you know, I didn't kill you. Just so you know, I didn't kill you.
You know, Cayxl, you didn't need to twist it. That was mean.
Talita, can you give me a wisdom saving throw, please? All this blood, admittedly, most of it around you is yours, but covered in it now it smells sweet. There is a burning in your stomach that isn't really anything to do with the damage that you've taken. There's a hunger, a desire, but you managed to push it down just with that roll. But certainly being bathed and smelling all of this blood is having an effect upon you.
Clay kind of leans down, looks at this unusual look in your eyes, and goes, "Hey, stay with us, stay with us," and casts Cure Wound at 2nd level.
Very good. Still exhausted, but feeling much better. These pulsating bits of gristle have been removed from your body.
Do we? Is anyone going to stamp on those or?
He
No.
wanted to keep them.
Your big man wants to keep him alive, doesn't
No, we can take them to someone and find out what this is.
They're not your real babies.
They're so cute.
You should have seen how he reacted when I squashed one.
All right. Let's just get out of here. I never wanted to shower so badly.
Right, so hang on.
Yeah,
Before we get out of here, let's have a look at these crates, because there's something not right about them. These ain't natural to find them down here, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's
Not that
blood and
I know what to expect down here anyway.
shit.
Close.
Have a look.
Give me an investigation roll, those of you who are looking at it. Yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
Oh, go on then. I'll have a go.
I hate to be that guy, but Talita, have you got disadvantage at the moment?
Oh no, good call, good call. I do.
So, simply put, the stuff coming out of them is not natural. Absolutely no sort of shape or way. It's sort of this glowing red ichor. The barrels, though, tell a lot, especially to you, Cayxl, having come from the city and aware of many of these things. The iconography upon them, the skull and crossbows, indicate that they are dangerous, quite possibly toxic, but they're all labelled as such. It's not like they haven't been properly labelled. But you notice that all of them are actually marked with the sigil, the moniker of the Hatters Guild.
My God, this
Please
could
don't.
be like.
Please say that this is not Zap.
I thought I was going to say. Yeah, at least it's not.
All right
Zap,
then. Never mind.
What do you mean, never mind?
Right, these come from the Hatters Guild. They're the alchemists. They're the genius behind the nation's favourite carbonated beverage, Zap. So one would assume that this is perhaps one of their least successful creations, judging by the mess it caused down here.
With your 19, having sort of looked at it and gained that information, yeah, you think this, you've heard about this and you're kind of aware of it. These are the kind of barrels that the sort of waste, the toxic waste that comes from the Hatters Guild is normally safely disposed of. This is not the traditional method of such disposal.
No, they're quite a meticulous bunch. I don't imagine that they make a habit of pushing their refuse down to sewers like this.
I mean, I'm not exactly an expert on these things, but where under the city are we at the moment?
Uh,
Well, there's a big ladder. We could go find out.
yes, please. I mean, should we do something about this first? Or should we...
Did you get rid of those eggs?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Apart from the 3 that Mummy Talita is carrying.
What else do you want to do to it?
We could burn it.
I thought
Yeah,
you weren't
me
good
too.
at burning things.
Look, ask your cat. I'm efficient as all hell.
Go on then.
Just
Set fire to it.
wait,
Bud off.
Yeah, but
Before
what if wait. What if it explodes?
Wait. Shouldn't we see if we can get out first? It might be bad if we can't.
what if it's toxic, like it says on them?
What if maybe we should just tell the peelers it's here?
Seems like a good idea.
Are the peelers looking for us still?
Yes.
Oh damn. Yeah.
All right, maybe we should just go home then. Someone else come up with some ideas.
Probably.
Maybe
I've got to go and get fired in a minute.
Wait, what? What do you mean fired?
I'm supposed to be at work right now.
Well, I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Wait,
You gotta
what?
work covered in Talita's blood.
I don't think it's going to matter either way if I walk in at this time.
Well, just tell them you were sick. Too much Zap. I'm sure they'll believe it.
I have the constitution of an ox. They're never
Well,
going to believe
They believe it from the smell.
that. Come on, guys. What are we doing?
Just getting out of here. I think, like I say, probably dangerous setting everything alight into it, just in case something goes wrong. So let's see where this ladder goes and just get to safety. I think everyone, especially Talita, is looking a little bit worse for wear.
And we can always pour a barrel of oil down here from up there.
What, and pollute it to death? That might be a shout, actually.
And drop a torch, Cayxl.
Oh, yeah, and then it explodes. What?
Well, we wouldn't be down here anymore.
Let's.
But
Yeah, I know, but all of the fumes that are down here.
Cayxl, you reckon that these are from that guild, right?
I do.
Do you reckon they'll want to know that this has been dumped here?
Maybe.
You got any connections there? You know, your regular supply of Zap must have some benefits.
Well, no, I buy it. I'm not like a wholesaler. I buy it at the retail level. Support my local store.
You want to go wholesale? It's much cheaper for these things.
Well, I think blowing it up might be a bit extreme. So
I think because if we leave a flame down here without any sort of control on it, I think it's cause a big boom.
Yeah, exactly. We could even just blow up sewer, and I mean, it's probably not sensible, that is it?
Fine, let's just go tell the Hatters then after we've told John.
All right, let's
somebody grab like a bit of the crate that's got the logo on. Bit with a skull and crossbones on, and bit with a logo on.
Careful you don't get any of this stuff on you.
Yeah, use gauntlets.
Yeah, so I mean, you're used to handling dangerous things in your experimentations. You grab a bit relatively safely. And then are you sort of climbing up the...
Yes, please.
Okay.
I never want to be out of a fictitious sewer as much as I am now.
I feel I have done my job.
Ugh, I am thoroughly creeped out.
Good. Once again, I feel I have done my...
Andy is happy.
my job. So... where on earth does this lead? Well, I can share a map so you can see where it leads.
Oh, it's a well.
Yeah, you climb up and you sort of come out this shaft. It is relatively easy to see that the well is scuffed and marked with some of this fluorescent toxic. It's definitely been dropped down here without a doubt from above. No rolls even needed for such things.
Assume that it's a bit more of a private area. There's no people around.
Well, you find yourself in a walled area. There's a wall that sort of extends around, and you can kind of see that here this building is what appears to be some kind of abandoned warehouse. You're most definitely still in Slickside. What you can instantly notice is the door here. This door is been broken. It's heavily damaged and ajar. It looks in a bad state of repair, and it looks relatively recently damaged as well. As you can see sort of here around the floor area, there's sort of broken bottles and the like. It's difficult to say much more as you have just climbed out of here.
What do you reckon, guys? In for a call, in for here. Have a sneak around.
Oops.
Yeah. I think whilst we're here, it's probably worth us having a look into it.
So I've allowed you to sort of be able to move around now. As you're doing a sort of general move and a look, give me some just general investigation rolls initially. Okay.
Mine is a 16 rather than 18.
Yeah, that's good. So everybody other than Baccan, by the looks of it, you notice that this is or was once an abandoned warehouse. It looks like in more recent times someone's been using it as a base of operations. You can see faded paintwork and logos that this warehouse once, a long time ago, did belong to Hazard Imports and Exports. But the faded sort of logos and the like indicate that they haven't used it in a very sort of long time. As you begin to sort of move in and out of the property, you begin to notice something interesting, especially across in this area here, through these doors here. The doors that have been sort of smashed open. With your investigation rolls that you've got, it looks like some kind of fight or skirmish has gone on here. Something that was over very, very quickly. There are the door that is smashed, and the contents of the room have been broken, scattered. But what you do notice, especially you, Cayxl, is that this room here was set up as a sort of makeshift, temporary sort of laboratory of sorts.
Ooh. What
Uh,
sort of stuff we got here?
well, most of it looks either smashed or taken. Can you give me a second, either perception or investigation roll? Anybody who goes into that room maybe um, sort of encouraged by Cayxl or whatever.
If Cayxl makes that noise, it's got to be something interesting.
Look, all right, it's natural to make sounds when one experiences a rush of emotion. Maybe you'd know that if you were a real person.
So,
What you got something to say about dwarves there? What is it?
Nothing to do with dwarves, more to do with you.
Cayxl, you don't stop making those noises.
Cayxl gives you a big, sweet smile. I'm joking, I'm joking.
Yeah, whatever.
Come on, little guy.
I will swing my warhammer.
you're swinging your warhammer.
No, I will.
Okay. So the first thing that you sort of notice and sort of draws your eye is there is what is a blackboard, whose it's kind of smashed and fallen over. All of the notes written on it have been kind of wiped off in some kind of rush, meaning that it's just like covered in smudged chalk dust. But you kind of realize that sometimes people use both sides of the blackboard, and with your investigation rolls you notice that indeed some of it has been rubbed off, but you do notice there are only a few words that are legible. There is the words "I am so close" and the words Lusus, Naturae. I'll put that into chat for you.
Thank you.
That's not going to help us, I don't think. Lusus Naturae.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It depends what skills you have.
For the people that are watching on the Twitch stream, I assume they get the advantage that they've spelled see it as the title of the episode.
It is indeed the title.
Oh, which must be important then.
Not at all. Yeah, it could be a red herring. I was going to call this episode "Killer Queen."
Nice.
Gunpowder and a guillotine.
That's it. Your other investigations, we can come back to that in a minute, is you find a scroll case as well that seems to have been heavily hidden it again in a very rushed moment. But again, your rolls are very, very good. So you have indeed found it. The scroll case is sort of waterproofed. It's kind of hardened leather, and it's got kind of a screw top as well. And it seems to be very, very well closed.
Can I open it?
Is that what you're going to do?
Yes, please.
As you open it, you set off the magical trap that is on it as it explodes.
Oh,
dear.
Yes.
Wasn't that good an investigation then?
Well,
you didn't kick it.
you found your investigation found that you never checked the scroll case, unfortunately. I do require to say I have a scroll
Just
case.
check. Is it too late for me to say I'm over here instead?
Unfortunately not. You two are going to be caught in the blast. Oop.
Gee, thanks, Cayxl.
It's okay, these things happen. So I'm going to need both of you to give me a
say dex.
dexterity
Oh.
saving throw, please. Unfortunately, Cayxl, you
It's
fail.
100% appropriate.
Yes. Whereas you, Clay, succeed, but you will take half damage. Boom, boom, boom. Just kind of trying to do this here. It is quite a lot of damage, though. 31 points of damage. So there's a large explosion. As Cayxl, you take 31, rendering you immediately unconscious, and 15 to you, Clay, which knocks you up to 18. It is fire, so I don't know if anybody's got any resistances to fire. Does that affect either of you two?
No.
No. Okay, so there's just like this whoosh and this explosion. The rest of you are obviously very aware of that. As the flash, which is instant, is down, you see there is Cayxl in a very bad way.
Cayxl, what was it? Cayxl! Oh, God.
What's happening there? You guys all right?
Clay's going to move over to Cayxl and lean down and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. You know what to do. Target.
Oh, yeah, target. That might be useful.
And make the magic happen. Okay, bringing you back, and let us remove that condition. I don't know whether it's on you.
I think it's automatically removed.
Yeah,
it.
perfect. Okay, Cayxl, you come back into consciousness. He's still clutching this item.
Dynamite and a laser beam.
Yes.
What?
Cayxl, are you okay?
Yeah. I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I think you lost an eyebrow.
Oh, they grew back.
Whatever is in that scroll case must be valuable for it to be so well protected.
Yeah, all right. Well, everybody back up now. I'm okay.
You sure?
Yeah.
I mean, that was quite a blast.
Yeah, I know.
Took
Someone
it to the face.
really like this scroll.
Are you going to try and open it again? Because I might just step a little bit away.
Open.
It is open. You managed to unscrew it before it was just as you took the lid off, they activated it.
What is it then?
I don't know.
Oh, you
What
want
is
to
it?
look at it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm waiting to find out what it is.
So you take it out. It's most definitely not a magical scroll. It's not a sort of scroll with a spell on. You can easily sort of work out that it's some kind of alchemical formulae. There are strange encoded notes. Give us a sort of artificer tinkering roll.
I don't have that skill. What is that?
What? But you're an artificer. Wow.
I've got
Can we-
acrobatics.
Can we get a new artificer?
Acrobatics. I'm going to let you pitch. So I mean, you could choose Arcana, for instance, for this.
I want to see the pitch for acrobatics. after
Acrobatics,
saying that.
absolutely. Okay. You're going to need time. These are most definitely alchemical notes, though. The one word that seems to be legible is grotesque.
Yeah, but what does it say?
And suddenly another explosion goes off.
Which, with that roll that you've got, you would think they're referring to something they're calling grotesque as a capital G, and rather than translating it and hiding it, it's almost like it's naming something. The one thing that you are familiar with some of these chemical symbols and the like is that this isn't mechanical engineering or clockwork. This isn't sort of the manipulation and resonance of crystals. You think that this directly relates to something called flesh crafting. It's kind of changing the nature of a physical form.
Cayxl sits with her eyes glued to the scroll, trying to make heads or tail of it. Just blood running down her face, goggles shattered.
Boo! Sorry, you
I
seem
heard you
distracted.
coming.
Damn it, don't try and do this in chainmail. It doesn't work as well.
This is weird. Interesting, but
Shall
worrying.
we get out of here and find somewhere a bit better to look at it?
And now I'm interested in what else is here.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Maybe I should put my armor back on.
Yeah.
Yeah, walking around topless probably is not going to help much.
Yeah, it's...
I mean, this little baby must have been really important to somebody for them to trap it like that and hide it.
It also, with your sort of previous role, seems there's been some kind of struggle or skirmish here. It looks like someone has broken in and someone has maybe defended this place or something. It looks like it's happened recently, maybe hours or maybe a day or so. The wood is still quite obviously splintered and fresh.
Something happened here.
Is there any markings of the bright coloured stuff that was down the well?
The sort of your investigation seemed to indicate that, yeah, some of it might have been used maybe in some kind of within the laboratory itself, some kind of investigations, some kind of experimentations.
There's nothing like left out half finished sort of.
It looks like things have been taken from here, but it also looks like things have been smashed deliberately as well.
What a shame.
Whilst this has been happening, Andy, can I have got my ranger on, and I want to sort of I want to be looking around here for things like footprints where they're going, or even like tracks of like a cart, trying to ascertain how what's if there are footprints, how like deep they are, if I can try and figure out what sort of creature they are and that sort of thing. So I'm just
Yeah.
mincing around the well.
While he's doing that, I'm getting my trespasser on and looking in the other rooms.
Mm. Okay, so give me a survival roll, please. Okay, so I mean, most of this area just has been abandoned, basically. It's all overgrown. There's most definitely been movement here, and in recent times, you think that it looks very much like a number of individuals had made them in. There are sort of in this direction here, set in the wall, a pair of double gates. It looks like deliveries have come in there with these barrels. It looks like the barrels have perhaps been taken, and where Clay is now, as he opens here, there's a couple of barrels of this sort of toxic substance actually being stored in there. But it looks like there's been even more recent tracks of a number of individuals sort of forcefully coming in and sort of leaving, carrying heavy things. You definitely think that there's been some kind of break-in or maybe even abduction that has gone here over the last 24 hours.
What you found in here, Chief?
There's a couple of barrels over there of that stuff, but I don't think there's much else.
Cayxl, where you are searching, this has been designed to be a little bit of a very basic and rough and ready sleeping area. Give us another investigation roll. Yeah, it looks very much like the person that was here is very obsessive about their work. Their bed is not really made. It's a single bed, indicating there's only one person sort of here. And they kind of look like they eat in this room as well.
Yeah, I've lived in a few places like this.
Yeah, it's got the look of someone who is obsessive about their work or is trying to do something in a matter of urgency, really. But beyond that, nothing else. Again, this area looks like it's kind of roughly been searched, but not as much as the sort of workshop area.
I want to try and look a little bit, spend a little bit more time here then, because I'm remembering the scroll and I'm thinking, I really want to make sure that I don't leave anything tasty behind.
Yeah. Okay. So you carry on searching there. Talita, can you give me a perception roll, please?
Absolutely. It's disadvantage.
Yeah, you're feeling. Sweet natural 20. Fortunately, you're not quite sure why, but Artemis starts growling. Artemis is looking towards this area here, the gateway, hackles up, and is just kind of, there's a low sort of.
Hey, Baccan, something's wrong with Artemis.
You tell him to be quiet.
I
scream.
Step out here.
Are you okay?
It kind of sort of nudges you with its head, not in a growling sort of way, and then sort of looks again to the gates. Moments later, you hear the gates begin to rattle. As
Pretty
if someone
smart.
trying to open them up.
I think we might have company.
Let's go see who our friends are.
Wait, do we want to do that or do we want to hide? Do we want to do that or do we want to hide?
Cayxl, I don't hide well, and neither do you.
There's all this shouting.
Damn it.
When the shouting goes on, you hear a number of voices. Everything okay?
Yep. Yeah, find up.
The gate's kind of pushed open, and you can see that there's a cart there. There are 4 individuals, 3 men and 1 woman. It doesn't take any rolls to see that these are members of the Bone Grubbers Guild. Are you sure everything's okay?
Yeah, sound, everything's sound.
Where's Master East?
In house back there.
Right. Well, I mean, we've got another delivery for him.
Well, tell you what, just leave that with us, and we'll.
I just figured out where this place is.
Do you shout that from like the window? All right. Well, you leave it here. We'll take it.
You can't have the wagon, obviously. We just got to deliver this.
Put it on the floor then.
I mean, he should have some package for us, you know.
No.
Come get it later.
Well, no cogs, no delivery. That's the way it works.
Well,
I shout from the doorway. Master wants to know how much it was again.
It's going to be a cog a barrel, and we got 12 barrels.
That's pretty steep.
Well, that's the going rate. It's difficult to get hold of this. Yeah, it's not exactly like official business now, is it?
Then you probably don't want to be carting it back through the streets, eh?
Well, no.
Point.
Look.
He says we're good for now. We don't need any more.
All right.
Well, at least not at that price.
Okay, well. Okay, well, you haven't seen us. And they begin to start pulling the tarpaulin back over the wagon.
And just so we know for our ledger, what's the name again?
Well, I'm sure Herbert will tell you if he wants to. He's getting quite suspicious now.
Who's Herbert?
Right,
now he's getting more.
Let's get out of here, they say.
Cayxl closes the door.
So yeah, they're rapidly tying back up the tarpaulin.
Well, I think that went really well, Talita. Well,
and if you're not stopping them, they climb back onto the wagon and.
I'll go over. I'll move over.
I'll take 1 barrel.
Oh, what? Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Claire, we've got room. There's some in that room over there.
They stop the wagon again. This is old sort of horse and cart. The Bone Grubbers Guild are the Smokes version of Rag and Bone Men. These shouldn't be carrying these items. These should have been correctly disposed of by the Hatters Guild. But the man that's been doing all of the talking sort of sighs, 1 cog is better than none. and they begin to unhook and manipulate this quite large barrel. And it's most definitely got the skull and crossbones and the symbol of the Hatters Guild on. It kind of rolls it across and put it there. All right. Tell Herbert East that we're not doing this. Next time, he better want to buy, otherwise we're not doing this again. That's a cog. And he waits for someone to hand him a coin.
You paying the man, Talita?
Sure. Why not?
Flick him across a gold.
Okay, he takes a cog. Right. Afternoon to you all. Again, they get back on and they begin to head away.
Guys,
Yo.
maybe we should follow him.
How
we
loudly
can
do you say that?
Maybe
What
we
about
should.
these two? These two aren't exactly no offense, lads, but you're not exactly subtle, are you?
Taken.
Clink, clank, clunk, clunk. Don't know what you're talking about.
I'm happy to do it, but the chances.
Well, they're gone
Yeah.
now.
Oh,
I mean,
they're just over there.
Yeah, it's an old rag and bowman's cart that is just. They're not calling out for any stuff, but it's not a zooming. And this is obviously slick side as well, so it's not cobbles, it's mud that the cart is being pulled through.
To know where they're getting this stuff.
We can keep our distance, can't we?
Oh, they've loaded up, so we're more likely to see what they do with it when they don't want it anymore. Which is probably drop it down a well.
Well, probably in the slick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're gonna follow him or just stand there?
Aye.
Just an idea. We might see them talk to the person that they got it off.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
All right, you lead the way. We'll hang back a bit.
So you emerge onto a street in Slickside. It's an atypical street. There are numerous kind of abandoned warehouses in this area. It looks like it's most definitely an area that has fallen into decay. It's not difficult to follow the cart as it kind of plods along. Are you trying not to be noticed as you move down this street?
I'm sure that with all of us covered in Talita's blood, that we will be subtle as anything.
Yeah,
Of course.
Oh, that's right. We're all covered in blood and shit.
exactly.
I'm surprised it took them so long to leave.
It's yeah. I mean, actually, you fit in quite nicely with
Yeah, it's like, well, no one
squalor.
can tell us we don't belong down here anymore.
Yeah, you are beginning to smell and look as if you live in this area.
It's probably no better time to follow somebody in Slickside, so get on it.
Okay, so give us stealth rolls, I guess, if you are trying to be stealthy.
So Talita is going to hang way back.
Yeah. Clay doesn't want him to feel left out, and he seems to be a little bit tired. So
Okay, so you two are not really in here, so you don't mind if you want to lose track of it because you're keeping Baccan and Artemis in it. So is it just Baccan and Artemis that are moving forward, or is Cayxl going to attempt? Or you're staying back with the other two?
No, coming.
Oh, look at that, like a ghost.
Oh, yes.
Very
Like the
good.
loudest ghost in the world.
Yeah.
This is a theme with me somewhat, isn't it?
Yeah. So you watch where they're going, and it becomes relatively. It's okay. I'm just wondering. My fancy grounds is. Yeah, we go. You follow it around a little bit, and I'll share this map with you as well. and you think you are Slickside, and you've kind of back travelled a little bit, having gone through the sewers, and you think you are round about sort of here. And eventually they don't appear to be going anywhere in particular. They get fundamentally to a place, get close to the wall of the slick. Two of them sort of watch out, and then two of them begin to just dump the barrels into the slick.
Oh.
You weren't wrong, Cayxl.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you want to do? Should we just want to just keep waiting until they get back to wherever they're going back to?
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe it'd be best just to go straight to Hatter's Guild and let them know what's going on. That
So
their stuff is ending up in multiple places down here.
They said they were part of the Bone Grubbers Guild. So I mean, like I think yeah, maybe if we get to the sooner we get to the Hatters, the better, and then we can ask them. We can always head there eventually, can't we? Feeling a bit more peppy.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's go find the other two, and we'll just go to Hatters.
Okay, so
while they're gone,
yeah,
just want to have a chat to Clay. Just like,
Hey Clay,
Yeah.
you notice that Baccan has wings?
I thought I was imagining that.
No, he totally flew and he slapped his foot on my head. And
looked like-
That's right, he did, didn't he?
I didn't want to say, but you've got a bit of a mark on the top of your head at the moment.
I
mean,
tried to rub those off a bit. Checks his
I'd help to clean it,
ponytail.
but I can't exactly reach. So
Yeah, thanks. I didn't know he had wings. That's I don't think I've met anyone with wings before.
I was gonna kind of ask him in a bit quieter place, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's cool that he's barefooted, I guess. Like poking me in the head.
I mean, it'd be worse if he had boots on or something.
Well, yeah, like hobnail boots and kicked me in the head and really hurt.
Or anything at that point would probably have knocked you down. You looked worse than there at that point.
Yeah,
You looked better after he kicked you, if anything.
yeah, there's kind of a warm feeling that went down my back, and yeah, I felt better.
Like if that sort of thing does it for you, then fine. But I don't need to know anymore.
Well, I don't know. Unique to say the least.
It was quite different.
Have you noticed Cayxl doesn't have a heartbeat?
What?
What? No. Forget I said anything.
What have you been listening to? How have you found out?
I'm interested in that and all, and I don't even know.
So you know how you been struggling with the drinking things.
I'd noticed.
Yeah, so I can kind of hear everyone's heartbeats.
Well, that sounds weird.
Yeah, yours and Baccan's stand out. You know, it's the constant. Cayxl's is different. I don't know. It's not the same.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure what to say to that.
Well, anyway. Forget I said anything. I'm sure it's fine.
How do you know my heartbeat?
Well, I can hear it.
What?
Well, I can hear it.
You can probably hear it getting faster at this point.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? How you stood there? How can you hear my heartbeat from there?
I don't know. You
Have
you can't
always
drink
been
water, and I can suddenly hear people's hearts beating, you know?
Yeah, I think that might be something we need to keep an eye on.
Well, it's interesting. It makes it difficult for people to hide around me. But,
I suppose it's not the worst thing in the world. At least you can still drink.
yeah, about that, I'm getting pretty hungry, actually.
Well, let's see if we can find you something to eat and drink then.
Yeah.
Around here sells that zap. It's horrible, but at least I can swallow it.
Yeah, I'll pass on that. If we pass a butcher's, though, if you see one, let me know. That'll be...
Butchers.
Yeah.
Well, there's places that sell cooked food.
Yeah, I mean, sure. That'll be fine. But if you see a butcher's, let me know.
Oh, all right. Crazy man.
I slap him on the shoulder.
Ah.
So, whilst you're having that conversation, Baccan and Cayxl, you find your way back to the other two as the end of that conversation tails off.
All right.
Oh, yep.
As expected, they just dumped it in Slick. So we thought
Probably the safest place for it.
Well, exactly. So what we thought best course of action now is just to go straight to Hatters Guild. We know that they've said they're from the Bull Grubbers Guild, so we can always look at that later. But I suppose the quicker we go speak to the Hatters, the better, really. Yeah.
What about the does? They wanted to know as well.
Yeah.
Well, they
Yes.
wanted to know about the Redberry Blight, and we've kind of taken care of that, so
Well,
hopefully,
yeah,
anyway.
I think that Redberry Blight was probably caused by that stuff, wasn't it?
Well, true.
And also, in the doors at the pub, so we could just end the day there. We'll
Probably
just go do what we need to at Hatters, and then go finish off because I'm pretty starving. Don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I could eat.
So let's pop our heads into Hatters. Aye. Yeah, let's pop into Hatters and then we'll go back to.
No. I'm not going to go into the Hatters Guild without having a shower.
Yeah, you are covered in sewerage and blood at the moment.
I'm sure they'll understand. I
No,
mean,
it's not happening. Simply not happening.
Wait, why not?
Your place is near here. I didn't realise you lived this close to the Slick side, but
I don't. I live up in the neighbourhoods.
oh. Well,
I would go back to mine, but I live really far away from here. So.
Well, you can all come shower at mine.
Well, there's a communal bath at my place.
No, but I need to pick up something.
all right, we'll go to yours because I'm not going in front of my parents like this. They'd kill me.
Wait, what parent? Oh, yeah. Okay.
My parents.
Wait, why would they kill you?
Because I'm covered in blood when I should be covered in sweat and grease from working in the forge all day.
To be fair, I think you've got some of that on you as well.
Wait, do you have a job too? Should you be at your job?
Well, I didn't want to complain too much because I thought somebody already was.
Oh. Yeah, you guys should really be a bit more responsible about your jobs. Like,
My brother and sister will take care of it. It'll be fine.
I've got no excuse.
So you need to go back to yours and pick something up and get changed in that.
Yep. That is precisely what's going to happen.
All right, then let's head over yours. Where in the neighbourhoods are you?
So I drew a arrow. There you go.
Yeah.
Just there.
Yeah. So roughly where you are at the moment is here. So you're going to have to just make your way through the squalor into the neighbourhoods.
So I think I live in the squalor.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where you said like the low rent tenements.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we're heading to the neighborhoods. We could stop by mine, and I can grab a clean pair of breeches.
Did you soil yourself as well?
Well, I think we all saw it ourselves.
Yeah, let's see that.
All right, well, go on then. Let's go
Alright.
to everyone's houses apart from
Let's-
mine.
No, we can go to yours as well if you want.
Yeah, of course. We can go to yours. That's fine.
No, don't worry. The time's ticking.
All right. Well,
You know,
let's start off with Talita's.
Okay, so it doesn't take you long to move through the squalor. Do you want to quickly describe what your accommodation is like as you show them around?
It's a room, in a low rent boarding house, and there's virtually nothing in it. There's like an extra pair of clothes and a bed, and that's pretty much it.
Mhm.
Love what you've done with the place.
Well, gotta make it homely.
So you easily get changed, get cleaned up a little bit, should you wish to. And then, are you wanting to go to your place, Clay, on the way to the
Yeah, can
Cayxl's
be.
house? Okay, so again, from the squalor into the neighbourhoods where your place of business is and your home is, you arrive. It's getting fairly late in the day now. The sun is coming down and it's been another day's work, and you've not been home overnight, I don't believe.
I think we had a fun night on the where Eddie had left us overnight.
Yeah, absolutely. So, describe your place and describe what's happening about this time and what your family say to you.
So I think as we arrive, there's kind of a large shop front onto the street, and kind of going in, there's quite a lot of metalwork stuff up on the walls, and there's a little counter where you see Clay's father, who's very happy. He's always happy, and kind of serving all the customers that are coming in. He seems quite keen to see if I'm doing all right and see how I'm doing, but I think for the moment, probably just gonna. We're all right. I just having some friends. I'll talk to you later.
Oh, this place is really nice.
Friends, I mean, you normally, well, I mean, welcome in. Can I offer you anything whilst Clay gets ready? Would like a drink or anything to eat?
Yes.
Oh, no.
I think Talita wants to have a look at those weapons, Dad.
I'd
Right.
love to see you forge.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's our pride, really. Come and have a look. It's not so much just a forge, but a place of worship too. And he takes you in, and it's been run down for the day, but you notice the forge is still on. It seems like they keep it warm, hot, even when they're not using it. And
I can feel it. This feels like a good place.
it is to our god Vulcan. The forge is our altar. He brings warmth and flame to us all.
Yes. I can feel it.
Well, if you are a friend of Clay's, anytime you want a weapon, we can give you a very good price. Very good price.
Any
Oh,
shields?
Sorry, what did you say?
Any shields?
Shields? Yeah, we can do shields too. Wood banded with iron or metal if you wish.
I got a thing for metal.
Metal is good. Metal is good. But as I say, if you are friends of Clay, we can certainly do you a good deal. But what's Sorry, I mean, what has Clay got himself into? He should be here working, worshipping.
He's been out making the city a better place, sir.
Really? Well,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Clay is looking rather shocked to hear Cayxl say that.
that is
Why? I'm a delight.
you.
Totally, yeah.
You certainly seem to be very delightful.
Thanks.
Well,
Raised a good man.
well,
He
thank you.
helps people.
It is good, as long as he's not getting himself or anybody into any trouble. Why don't you
Well,
take a few days off?
there is an element.
Ah.
Never mind.
Completely the opposite. He's helping us out of trouble.
Well, I mean, is there anything that we can do? I mean, what trouble have you got yourself into, Clay?
Oh, it's nothing. It's I don't need to worry about it. A couple of days off is fantastic. Thank you very much. So really, really good. Just to help these guys out when they're in their time of need.
Right. Well,
We are very needy.
fair enough. Spread Vulcan's word. Do
Oh,
what
I will.
Vulcan would do. And you gather whatever you need. You clean yourself off, and you begin to head off towards Cayxl's house. Cayxl, describe to us your place.
I live in a basement flat, the bottom of a high rise. It's one room essentially, but it's split level. So on the first level, there's a huge workbench that you cannot see for crap. Just tools, metal, wood, broken things that used to be broken but aren't now, but will be again very soon. And a bunch of cushions, which is where I sit to work. And then on the bottom level, there is just a very small bed, not made, with some sort of fur throw, which is the only item of value that I think I own that I didn't create. There's a door to one side, which goes to the communal restroom, and to the other side, where there is a cook space that I share with 3 other flats. And at the foot of the bed, there is maybe 2 square foot of space where there is a sort of mini fridge, which I go right for, open, pull out a can of blue flavor.
Okay. Was this the item that you were searching for?
I'm sure it. For what?
I said, was this the item that you were searching for?
It's quite possible.
Okay, very good. Do you want to clean yourself off as well?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Cayxl, I really like your house.
Thank you. It's not really my house. It's just,
It's very you.
it's a nest.
It's full of stuff.
I know, right?
Hey, what does that one do?
Oh, no, touch it and find out.
Okay.
What is it?
Clay
That
takes a
what
few
is it?
steps back.
What is it? What is it that you're touching?
It's like a little brass dome, maybe with some kind of wires coming out underneath.
You touch it, and there is like a resident, like ping. You're gonna need to touch it again if you want it to stop.
Oh wait, what? Wait, it's gonna keep going?
Oh yeah, that'll just keep going, and then you hear above you, you hear, turn that bloody thing off. From my neighbour Chris. We get on.
I see you make good friends everywhere.
Just a second. Shut up!
Apologies to anybody listening in who is wearing headphones.
I apologise to my neighbours who just banged on my wall right now.
Your real neighbours. Excellent stuff. So this is where we find yourselves. 3 of you cleaned up. Baccan, what what are your plans for this? Are you just going to wear the blood and the sewerage?
Yeah, like he's like, it's been intentional that he's just been quiet whilst everyone's going round to their respective houses and freshening up. He's just sort of head down with Artemis, just sort of popping his literally just in through each of their doors again, but covered in.
Perfect.
Do you want to use my shower, mate?
No, it's okay. We've got to crack on to Hatters, haven't we? Time's ticking on, don't we?
But before we head on, I've got a question for you, mate. Did you fly?
Did I? I don't think so.
Talita, you
You definitely did.
You did, mate. That's the thing that happened.
You put your foot on my head.
wings out your back.
Yeah. That's really cool.
And,
Is that part of the curse?
And there's sort of a shifting of eyes and a bit of a sigh as Baccan takes like off sort of like very tatty leather armor at the top, and just at the back there's just some like they're currently folded in, so like some sort of like brown sort of speckled wings.
Holy Vulcan's fire!
They're pretty cool.
Who made you those?
No, it isn't part of the curse. I've had them since I were young. I've not seen anyone else knocking around smoke with them, so I've put them to myself. And then the leather armor will go straight on. So if we could keep that just between us lot, that would be very appreciated.
Yeah.
Mate.
That's amazing.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
But, Cayxl, it's getting a bit late. Do you mind if we all just crash here tonight?
I
My mother,
mean,
if that's the reaction I got from my father.
You mean, yeah, sure, why not? It's been ages since I've had a proper sleepover. The bed is barely big enough for her, so and there's no room on the floor really in the lower section, and maybe there's room for one person to sleep, like vertically next to the bed, like.
I mean,
on the upper level though, there's space under the desk, and there are cushions, and I have blankets to spare.
So as soon as you say yes, people are going to stay over, Artemis moves past you, climbs onto the bed and settles down.
That's not happening. That's not happening.
That is where we will leave it tonight. We can resolve such situations at the very start.
Can we though?
Session, of course.
Can
well, it's a cat. Let's face it. You can certainly try. You can certainly try, but certainly that is what Artemis is going to attempt to do. So I think that is the perfect close, as you are going to attempt to take a long rest. Probably a sensible thing to do before you venture out to either kind of try and track down John Doe or visit the Hatters Guild or follow up on any of the other leads that you have discovered over a number of sessions. Thank you very much to you, the players, for joining me. I really enjoyed that session. You did, it was wonderful, really, and you piecing together a number of pieces, which I don't really want to point out to you in case you're not piecing together a number of the plot pieces.
We were meant to be piecing things together.
Well, you never know. And thanks very much to all our viewers in chat. Thank you for taking part and watching. We will be back with Masked in a fortnight's time, which I believe will be Tuesday the 23rd at 7 o'clock. But don't forget, tonight we start the multi-campaign Untold Chronicles with another venture into the smoke with our very first episode. So we'll be starting that in about half an hour. We will close the stream down for the moment and then reopen it up at past. So hopefully feel free to hang out and join in with that as well. If you can, I say at the end of every stream, if you can kind of give us a follow or subscribe, it really helps us as well. So we appreciate all of your support. So all that's left to say is see you all soon, stay safe, and take care until the next time we all come together.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.